Hello everyone, this is Dan Riley for Sports Talk on Passionate World Internet Radio. Professional baseball lost an icon, an absolute icon this week when former LA Dodgers manager Tommy Lasorda passed away. I don't know what can be said about Lasorda that hasn't already, but even Los Angelinos, heck, people all over the planet who never watch baseball know the man's name, that's for sure. You know the image. Lasorda sprinting out of the dugout after a blown call using all the X-rated language in the world while kicking dirt on an umpire's shoes. He'd get ejected from what was left of the game, and it would take a minute or two for the dust to settle in every sense. Lasorda's temper was constantly putting notches in the win column for Los Angeles. The Dodgers were winning World Series or two, being just as popular with LA as when Jackie Robinson was playing for the team when it was in Brooklyn. I'd be amazed if the Dodgers ballpark in Los Angeles isn't renamed in Lasorda's honor soon. The guy was essentially entwined into that team's DNA. Tommy Lasorda was a player for 2 seasons for the Dodgers back in the 50s and was on its coaching staff in some capacity in one way or another from 1973 to 1996. He was the Dodgers. Now he's gone. Look, I have to admit, even I associate Lasorda's name with anger management failure. That doesn't excuse forgetting his accomplishments. Maybe we don't give him enough credit. People say that arguments with umpires have changed the momentum of ball games. Maybe Tommy Lasorda's guys used that break as an opportunity to catch their breath while Lasorda was screaming and yelling. Maybe it just felt good to know their skipper had their back. I don't know. Nowadays, pro baseball has a replay system just like the NFL. Managers don't have to go the Tommy Lasorda route, and they won't want a fine sheet to go with it. But we have to give Tommy Lasorda his due. He brought the Dodgers back to their former glory. He became the face of an entire generation of managers in professional baseball. That's something. Nobody in baseball expects to be with a franchise as long as Lasorda was in terms of being a manager, because they can't, frankly. When you went to a Dodgers game, you went to see the manager as much as you expected to see Kirk Gibson. Think about that. Not many cities in Major League Baseball have been able to say that. None can nowadays. Now Lasorda is gone. He was one of the last connections to the days before the steroid scandal in baseball, before a pandemic postponed a season, before MLB Network. The city of LA must officially turn the page on those days, mourning the loss of an icon, a legend, that made every baseball writer in the nation focus on Los Angeles. Heck, Lasorda's godson's playing for the Tigers and paid homage to Lasorda a few days ago. He'll be a hard act to follow for any manager to follow in LA. That team has become an afterthought again, a connection to Major League Baseball in the 1980s and early 90s. The City of Angels is better known for Hollywood and the LA Rams now. Baseball was never the same after Larsorda left. It certainly will never be again in Southern California. It's a reminder of not just the passage of time, but the Dodgers' sad return to mediocrity. That team owes a debt to Larsorda, now and forever. Please, rename the ballpark Los Angeles in Tommy Lasorda's favor. The Dodgers franchise and all those who knew Larsorda at one way or another need condolences at this difficult time, and they have mine. This is Dan Riley for Sports Talk. Thank you so much for tuning in, and so long.